Hi, it's Anthony from CarPlayLife.com, and in this video I'll be looking at the ApplePie Ultra CarPlay AI box from Exploter. This new AI box from Exploter is an Android 12 AI box for factory Apple CarPlay and aftermarket systems. It features 4GB of RAM, 128GB of ROM, and a fast Qualcomm 662 CPU with an Adreno 610 GPU. There's an SD card slot for expandable storage and a SIM card slot to provide internal internet to your dongle without the need to connect to a mobile hotspot or connect to local Wi-Fi. In the box you get the AI box itself. There is a USB-A to C cable to power the AI box and a USB-A to C adapter for more modern CarPlay ports in the car. Looking over the AI box, it uses the same casing as their ApplePie Max AI box, so that makes it difficult to really differentiate between both of these models. There's a blue tinted chrome outer rim, and on top there is a shiny black casing with a car logo on top. And underneath there is a round metal disc to help cool the chipset inside, along with lots of perforated holes to passively cool it too. Just like the Max, all of the SIM and SD card slots are hidden behind a removable panel that you can remove by using a small switch underneath. In the middle there is a USB-C port to connect to your CarPlay USB port to power the dongle. In my test I connected the ApplePie Ultra to my portable CarPlay display from CarPuride, and I also tested this successfully on the Pioneer 93 DAB receiver on my demo pod. Boot up time took a longer 41 seconds to get into the main menu. The launcher menu is very similar to the Max AI box with its familiar floating button and its menu interface. This launcher also has the option to show a widget-like panel on the home screen, or this can be removed from the system settings menu. On the left-hand side there is a side dock that shows the time, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth status, the last 3 running apps, and a home or apps overview button. Swiping from the left of the screen will also slide this dock in if it is being hidden under any apps. Overall though, you wouldn't really know that this system is running on Android 12 until you go into the system settings screen or pull down from the top to view the pull down menu, which is a lot cleaner and more modern than earlier Android operating systems. The ApplePie comes with the usual suite of pre-installed apps, including Google Maps, Chrome, and the Google Play Store, through to the common pre-installed apps such as YouTube, Waze, Disney+, HBO Max, Spotify, Netflix, and VLC. Amongst the usual pre-installed apps, there is a new option here as well to toggle the system-wide dark and light modes from the app menu. Like all AI boxes, the adapter is pretty basic without an internet connection, so I connected the adapter to my local Wi-Fi hotspot and downloaded a few apps from the Google Play Store. I first downloaded the device info app to see what was actually inside the AI box, and the app showed that it's an 8-core Qualcomm 662 CPU running up to 2 GHz. The Adreno 610 GPU runs at 320 MHz, which is the same GPU as on the Qualcomm 665 chip. The differences between the 665 and the 662 is that the 662 is a newer 11nm CPU, which offers a slightly faster benchmarks in memory and GPU performance, with a slightly less performance in CPU. But overall, it is slightly faster on paper than the Qualcomm 665 chip that we're now seeing added into newer AI boxes. Benchmarking the box showed a little better in single core performance, but a slightly less score in multi-core and GPU performance. So in short, there's very little in performance boost between the 665 and the 662 chipsets. With a total of 128GB of storage on the Ultra, this is more than enough for the types of apps you might want to run in the car. And you can still continue to expand on this by inserting an SD card of up to 128GB. Google Maps and Spotify Android apps seem to fire up and work just fine. And you can also split screen apps just like you can with the rest of the AI boxes. The power of the 662 chip and 8GB of RAM offers a much smoother app switching and multitasking performance than most other AI boxes, with less waiting time for app loading and less jerky transitions. Running YouTube and Netflix on your CarPlay display has its advantages, such as watching videos whilst waiting for your EV to charge, or if you're waiting for long periods of time in your car. YouTube and Netflix ran just fine, with playback audio in sync with the video that's cast on screen. The Adreno 610 GPU is not too bad either at some middleweight gaming, and it handled my test apps Crossy Road, Subway Surfer and Real Racing 3 just fine. And with dual Bluetooth supported on this AI box, I was able to connect my Xbox Bluetooth controller to control the menu UI, as well as use the controller with some games that supported it. You can also buy this AI box with a wireless Bluetooth remote, which is a handy device to navigate the AI box from a distance, or if your CarPlay system has a dial control input, as it can make navigation and input a little bit faster. For wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, this AI box uses the newer Z-Link 5 Android app. Its settings go a little bit deeper than most AI box apps, with the ability to also mirrorcast content from your phone to the display, or simply connect wirelessly to Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. There are also options to set the driver position and use an enhanced HD mode to stream a little bit sharper CarPlay and Android Auto display. Boot up into wireless CarPlay took much longer, at around 25 seconds, and a whopping 54 seconds for wireless Android Auto. Wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, though, on this dongle were surprisingly disappointing. The usual 2-second audio lag was expected, but its general input lag was a little worse than some lower spec AI boxes that I've tested. There was some notable stuttering between some screen transitions and some interference on audio at times on CarPlay, and Spotify music fading out and stopping after a few seconds on Android Auto. Checking the dongle's Wi-Fi specs showed that it was running a much lower 40 MHz channel width, but more importantly, it was running at 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi band and a max data rate of just 180 megabits per second. So this was a big disappointment, and this is something you should really bear in mind if you want to use wireless CarPlay or Android Auto with this dongle. This ApplePie Ultra CarPlay A box from Exploter currently retails for $229.90 directly from Exploter's online store. And you can check out my links down below to learn more about this AI box and to buy one. Looking at the specs, I had high hopes for the Ultra, but sadly I'm left a little bit deflated after spending some time with it. It all depends on how you want to use this dongle though. There's certainly more grunt under the hood than the Mini or the Max dongles, but sadly the same can't be said for its Wi-Fi hardware. And after playing with wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, this shows. Even trying out the mirrorcasting option leaves you with poor or missing audio at times, and when audio doesn't work and it is terribly out of sync sometimes, it's not really that much of a usable feature. Even with its newer Android 12 foundation, this AI box hasn't had any major improvements made to this launcher, and its menu UI design hasn't really improved either. With the same frustrating floating button that you can't really turn off in settings menu, and an even more confusing home button that can show an app overview screen, and there is a persistent hidden dock prompt that looks totally different to the one when you bring it in over the top of the home screen. If you can look over this confusing mishmash of its launcher software and have no use for wireless CarPlay or Android Auto, the ApplePie Ultra is a very capable AI box, thanks to its much faster chipset and larger system memory. But as a full package, I would personally wait and see how the Plus branded AI boxes perform and how other brands utilize the same Qualcomm 662 chipset over the coming months. If you'd like to watch another great AI box review of mine, you can check out this video here, and I'll see you there. Thanks for watching to the end of this video. Give us a thumbs up if you have, and comments are always welcome, so let me know if you have any questions about this ApplePie Mini Ultra CarPlay AI box from Exploter. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.